All right, good afternoon. Welcome to DLD College London. My name is Janae and I'm the admissions manager here. And welcome to our wonderful school here in the heart of London. So as you can see, we've come in straight into our main space here. This is the atrium. This is where we come together as a community, where our school has assemblies and where we have our social events. You can see it's representative of our multinational nature here in terms of the fact that you can see all of the flags of the students that currently study with us today. We have over 53 different nationalities of students that currently study with us here at DLD College London. I'll take you through to our global kitchen. That's where we eat together as a community. Day students, boarding students and staff, we all eat in the kitchen together. So we'll go into the global kitchen. Again, the global kitchen is called that because of our, our multicultural, multinational nature here at school. Our food offering is varied. We offer plenty different cuisines for our students, and our food offering is a rich food offering. Our boarding students, they have their breakfast here, their lunch here, their dinner here, and the food is included in the boarding fees for our boarding students. And our day students are welcome to have their lunch here, and then that is £3 a day for our day students. An example of our food. We will have fresh salads, we'll have soups, we'll have, a variety of cuisines for our main courses and desserts. And so we're always changing up the food that we have on offer. Just through the window there, we have a small courtyard and small basketball court. Obviously, we're in the heart of London, right in Westminster, just opposite Houses of Parliament and Big Ben. So we don't have our own green space, but we do have access to a park. It's called Archbishop's Park, and it's 5 minutes walk away from the college. We have all our outdoor events and sporting activities at the college there. Okay. So we'll go upstairs and I can show you examples of our classrooms. So in school in DLD, we have 3 floors of teaching. We have the lower ground floor where we have a drama studio, and then we have 2 additional floors of teaching upstairs, and then our boarding house is right above that. We have 14 floors of boarding right upstairs. So here at DLD, we offer a variety of extracurricular activities for our students. They can do as many as they like, but we do require that they do just one. We have a variety of different clubs that students can join, from art clubs, so art and design, graphic communications, and Photoshop and photography. We have academic clubs, so debating club, politics clubs, and we have sporting clubs. And obviously we have subject clinics as well for our students. If they need any additional support or help with their studies, they're welcome to see their teachers in the subject clinics. Yeah? So we'll go upstairs. This is pictures of our speech day, also known as our graduation. This is something special that we do at DLD. When our students in year 13 and year 14 finish their time with us, we like to celebrate their achievements by going over to the Houses of Parliament and having our speech day there. We're the only school in London that has access to the Houses of Parliament for such a ceremony, and we just feel it's a really special way to for students to end their time with us and celebrate their achievements and what they've been able to accomplish while they've been with us. Yeah? So here's our results. We'll start with the GCSE results. So these ones here. So these are the first set of national exams that students did after COVID. We're really proud of what our students were able to achieve. They were able to get their grades and go on to their sixth forms and chosen A-level courses. 94% of our students got their A star to C grades. And like I said, we're really proud of these. There was such disruption to students' education, and for what they were able to achieve, we are just so proud of them. We couldn't be happier. For our BTECs, we offer BTECs here. We offer BTEC diploma, which is equivalent to 3 A levels. Again, really proud of what our students were able to accomplish here. 92% distinction in the BTEC diplomas, 100% in the business BTEC diplomas. And so again, we're really getting really good results for our students with our way of teaching. And then we move on to our A-level results here. 40% of our students got their A-star to A grades. 87% of our students got their A-star to C grades and were able to take up their university offers. When students join us for sixth form, for A-levels, when they join us, they are allocated a university admissions tutor, and that person will be here to support the student with their university applications or apprenticeship applications, wherever their career pathways are, we'll be here to support them with that. Also, soon after students join us for sixth form, right in the atrium where we came from earlier, we have a university fair, and that way students are able to speak directly to representatives from universities about the entry requirements for the courses that they may be interested in. Yeah, we'll go upstairs. So we've come to the first floor of teaching, and we've come up to the library. We do have a small library in school, and that's mainly because all of our resources are online. We use Teams and we use a software called Canvas. And so when students join us, we have a bring your own device. We expect them to come in with either their own iPad or their own laptop, and they're welcome to use that whilst in lessons to take notes or complete their work. And so in terms of the small library that we have a small collection of books. However, we are partnered with the London Library, and if there's a book that we don't stock, we have a member of staff that will go and get that book for the student and return it on their behalf. It also doubles up as a quiet, focused working space for our students as well. Through to art at DLD. Art is a very popular subject here at DLD. All the work that you'll see on the corridors and in the classrooms are our students' work. Our students study multiple principles of art, history of art, fine art, drawing, graphic communication, photography, even fashion photography here at DLD. Our art department is rich with their resources and has all the equipment for students to be successful in their art and their creative courses. Again, as I mentioned earlier, art is also offered as an extracurricular activity for our students. And so even if they're students that are studying STEM subjects or business subjects, if they do want to get involved in some art at any point in school, they're able to do that as part of our extracurricular offering. So in there, can't show you at the moment because there are students using it, but we do have a photography studio that our students are welcome to use and access. It's not only for our creative students, it's accessible to students across the whole school. If they're interested in photography, if they want to take it up as an extracurricular activity, they're welcome to book some time and use that space. Unfortunately, it's in use at the moment, so I can't show you, but that's a space we have available for students if they want to use it. So we're coming through to our Wellbeing Centre. Let's see if there's any students. You can just keep, yeah. So this is our Wellbeing Centre. It's also a study space, but this is something that's special that we have here at DLD. We use it as a quiet zone, so whether students are feeling a bit anxious or overwhelmed whilst they're in school, they're welcome to access this space here. They can close the door and they can just use it as a timeout to reset. Within that space we have Marilyn, who's our matron, and she's here to look after students. So if any students feel unwell whilst they're in school, they can go and see Marilyn, who will take care of them. And also we have 2 school counsellors on site. Their names are Emily and Marissa, and students again are welcome to book times with them to talk if ever they have anything that they want to speak about. Okay. So we're coming into somewhere that's really special at DLD that we have. This is our esports arena. It is actually a subject that we teach for our GCSE students. It's an option that they can choose. It's called BTEC Esports, and it's worth 1 GCSE alongside their other GCSEs that they'll be taking. And it's all about the business of gaming, so taking it from concept to market, and it falls in line with business studies, economics and computer science. So along with the academics, there is obviously a fun element to it, and it's also something that we offer as an extracurricular activity as well. They are actually a team. They're called the DLD Dragons, and our students play in the student league, and they compete against other schools. And so currently they play in, I believe it's Valorant and the League of Legends, and so they're actually doing really well as a team. So if there's any students that are interested, in gaming or as an extracurricular activity, it's accessible to students across the school as well. Okay, let me just close that. Sorry, hold on. Okay, so we'll walk around. There's no students. We do have plenty of lockers available for students around the school as well. But again, due to the way in which we work with the bring your own device policy, students don't have to walk around with textbooks and backpacks. We can go into this classroom for me to show you an example of our classrooms here. There we go. So here is a sociology classroom. The lights will come on automatically as we walk in. And most of our classrooms are set up in the same way, in terms it has the same style of furniture, chairs and tables. They have the whiteboards with the teacher stationed at the front, as well as interactive screens, that's the interactive screen there. And so the teachers use that during their lessons, and our lessons are consistent in the way in which they're taught. The lessons themselves are used for teaching, and we expect students to expand their knowledge and further their knowledge of their subjects with their homework and their independent study. Yeah. The average class size is about 12 students. We can go up to 15 sometimes, but if it does get any larger than that, we do try to break it down into 2 classes. So along this corridor we have subjects such as business studies, media studies, economics, politics and sociology. And upstairs on the second floor is where we have all our core subjects, sciences, maths and English studies, as well as our computer science lessons are upstairs. So I'll take you upstairs and show you our science labs and our maths and English classrooms. I think there may be students around here. We're okay. There we go. Up we go. Okay, I can show you the e-hub. It looks like it's empty. Perfect. So this is what we call our e-hub. It's an extended teaching space. We also use it for like careers workshops or training workshops or anything like that that we've got on offer for our students. A way in which this room was used was we had a producer from Disney. He was able to deliver an online and interactive session for our film study students, all about how he got into production, what it's like working for Disney, what it's like working in Hollywood. And so that's the way that we use this space. Ideally, people are able to come in and deliver these sessions in person, but obviously people's lives are busy. And so when they can, they're able to deliver that session for our students online. So we're always looking for ways to fully support our students and engage them in their subjects. There we go. And so now we'll come through to our science corridor. We have 6 science labs in school, 2 physics labs, 2 chemistry labs, 2 biology labs. I'm hoping I can find an empty lesson. Looks like they're doing a practical in that one. The teaching is consistent, like I said, across the school in the way in which science is taught as well. Unfortunately, it looks like they're all in use at the moment, so I'll just tell you a bit about our sciences here. And so, depending on the topic that students are learning at the time, they will do from between 1 and 2 experiments per week. And again, they're always looking at ways to expand our students' knowledge of the subjects. They go out on trips often. You know, they participate in science competitions. They go to see, like, you know, if students are interested in medicine, they go to see doctors. They've gone to the Royal College of Surgeons. So we're always looking at ways to fully expand their knowledge and fully support their study and their learning whilst they're with us. There we go. So up here on this floor, as well as having the STEM subjects and the core subjects, we have our house mistress and house master offices. We follow a house system here in DLD, and our houses are made up of 5 different houses named after the London tube lines. So we have Piccadilly House, Metropolitan House, District House, Northern and Jubilee House. And when students join our school, they're allocated to a house and they're introduced to their house mistress and house master. The house mistress and house master is here to look after students pastorally and academically. So if students ever have any concerns about their well-being or courses whilst they're with us, their house mistress or house master is who they will turn to in the first instance. They're also the first point of contact for parents as well. I'll show you an English lesson. Sorry, an English classroom. So this is our academic English classroom. Again, like I stated before, our classrooms more or less are the same. It's just they're different sizes due to the odd shape of the DLD building, but they're just configured differently as well, depending on the class and depending on the teacher and how they want their classroom set up. Our classes are also temperature controlled, they're air conditioned, and so, you know, we're also making sure that the students are in the optimal environment for their learning. At DLD, we pride ourselves on the support and well-being of our students and our well-being offering of our students. You know, they have multiple levels of support available. They have their form tutor when they join us, you know, and the form tutor is who they will see every morning. They'll come into school at 8:45, go to registration with their form tutor before they go off to lessons at 9 o'clock. They have their house mistress or house master. Obviously, they have their subject teachers as well. Alongside that, boarding students also are allocated to a house parent. And on site as well, we have our assistant principal for boarding, as well as our senior vice principal who leads on safeguarding. They all live on site in boarding as well. So we'll go down to boarding now. So this is DLD boarding. If you want to come on in, I can show you the room. All our rooms are single ensuite rooms. We don't have dormitory style boarding. Everybody has their own room. Everybody has their own ensuite bathroom as well. Again, our boarding rooms are more or less the same in the way they're designed. They all have a single bed. They have storage, shelves. They have a desk, and they have a larger wardrobe there as well. That's the wardrobe there. Yeah, you can put it open. That's the wardrobe. And then we have the ensuite bathroom. Yeah, and so in terms of the room and in terms of the cleaning, you know, students are welcome to, you know, put their own stamp on their rooms. They're welcome to buy rugs and cushions and personalize their room as they see fit and put down some rugs if they want. Students are expected to keep their space tidy. However, we do have cleaners that come in once a week and they'll do like the deeper cleaning, like cleaning and mopping of the floors and cleaning of the bathrooms and so on and so forth. However, students are old enough to take care of their space and they are expected to keep their space tidy as well. Yeah. Okay. Within boarding, just turn that light off. Within boarding, oh, sorry, I got to turn the bathroom light off. Apologies. Okay, thank you. So within boarding, our students do not intermix. They have separate girls' floors, separate boys' floors. Yeah, girls are not allowed on the boys' floors and boys are not allowed on the girls' floors. Every boarding floor has their own common room as well. We just ensure there's no students in the common area now. Common space for the students, a space where they can socialise outside of their room. Each common room has, they're not allowed to cook in there, obviously for health and safety, but they do have food preparation stuff. So they'll have dishwashers in here, toasters, kettles and microwaves. They have their fridge, freezers and fridges. So they are welcome to buy some snacks and buy some food that they want for themselves. However, they don't have to, because all meals are catered for them here. And so they have this space to socialise, and maybe if they just want to get out of their rooms as well. Our students are allowed to go out, so the older students are allowed to go out after school, and their curfew is 10:30 on the school day and 11:30 on the weekend, and so that will be for students 16 and above. Younger students who are like GCSE students, they too are allowed to go out, but they have to go out in groups of friends. They're not allowed to go out by themselves, and they also have to check in with their house parents to make sure that we know where they're going. They are also allowed to go out, and their curfew on the weekday is 9:30, 10:30 on the weekend. Our boarding students are also allowed to go and stay with family or friends over the weekend. All parents have to do is just inform their house parents and give permission, let us know where they're going. So if they're coming to stay with mum or dad, or they're going to stay with a family member over the weekend, we just need to be informed, and that's perfectly allowed as well. For things like laundry, we do have laundry equipment down in the basement, and students are welcome to use that. Most of our students purchase our laundry service, which is a fixed fee per year, and students will be allocated a bag that they can put their dirty laundry in. They can leave that outside of their rooms. It will be collected, washed and returned to them within 48 hours. Yeah? Okay. Actually, we'll stay here whilst I tell you a bit. What was I going to say? So yeah, I was going to talk about what the boarding community as well. So the boarding house, whilst to always make sure that students are entertained as well. We don't just leave them to their own devices. We do make sure that there's things happening within boarding that students can do to socialise, and so we have numerous clubs that are run by the house parents. There's cooking club, there's knitting club, there's a book club, they have movie nights, they go out together as a community as well. They go on trips together, so they go on camping trips, and then they even have gone to, they've even where did they go? They went to Scotland a few months ago as well. So they're always looking at ways to keep students entertained. Students can be as involved as they like. None of these clubs are compulsory. If they're not interested in joining, they don't have to. But we are always putting on activities and events for students, so they're not just left to their own devices over the weekends and after school. Yeah? Yep, sorry. Now, so each boarding floor has a security door. So whilst I spoke about the curfew earlier, we don't have a lights out policy. So after curfew, students are not expected to turn their lights out and they have to go to bed. They can still be on their floor. They can still communicate with other members of their floor and use the social areas. However, they cannot go out of that door. Past curfew, if a student opens that door, it sets off alarm and makes all the adults on site aware that the door's been opened. And so students, so we are very secure here in DLD. We are obviously, like I said, in the heart of London, so we make sure that their safety and their security is our priority. We have the alarmed door. We have members of staff that live on site. So we have our house parents that live on site. We have some boarding assistants that live on site. And as I mentioned earlier, we have our senior vice principal, who's also the lead in safeguarding, who lives here, and our assistant principal, who's the lead on the boarding house, also lives here on site. So there's plenty senior adults here to make sure that your children are safe. Yeah. There you go. I can't show you the gym and the pool, unfortunately, because they're under maintenance at the moment, and so they're doing some work there, so I can't show you that. But just to let you know that we do have a gym and pool facilities. It is on the other side of the building, that's occupied by Urban Nest. But like I said, whilst Urban Nest use that side of the building, the only shared space that DLD students have is the pool and the gym. But for younger students, they have to be supervised down there. But the older students are welcome to go and use our pool and the gym when they feel like it. Yeah. So as I mentioned earlier about our extracurricular activities for our students, we do offer football, we do offer basketball, we do offer netball as well. And actually, as part of our house system here at DLD, we do have house competitions and house social events as well. So we do have internal competitions for our students just to make things more, engaging and more social for our students as well. So amongst their houses, they will play against each other, they will have socials together, and they'll have assemblies together as well. Alongside that, we have some very talented students here at DLD. We've had students win prizes for their English, we've had students win prizes for maths, as well as students even that have, received awards for their football. And also as well as that, DLD itself has won plenty of awards. We've won, the ISA Award for Innovation for Pupils. We've won, the Independent Schools Award of the Year, School of the Year Award. We've also won awards for our boarding as well. Well, we are very, again, like I said, we are very secure in our building and our premises. Again, we're in the heart of London. We're just, Westminster Bridge is just a few moments away. So in order to ensure that our students are safe, we are very strict with people that come in. They cannot just come into the building. We have turnstiles there. You can't come in if you don't have an ID card. And then also our receptionist is also there to ensure that she's vetting who comes into our building. After school hours as well, we do have security guards who secure the premises as well. And so the building is secure 24/7. And so from the house parents that sit at the house parents desk over there to our receptionists, we have the turnstiles that you can't get through unless you have an ID card, and we have security guards that secure our premises also.